My name is Thorben. I play the guitar and I sing in Alcoholic Faith Mission.
And I'm Kristine, and I sing and play the synthesizer in Alcoholic Faith Mission.
You get 1, 2, 3 little bites before I flip your eyes in 5 pieces. These missed opportunities clocking me up inside.
It started as a duo with Sune and I, the bass player and I. We started the band in 2006, and we wanted to, instead of doing lo-fi and very acoustic songs, and we wanted to evolve that into a bit more like bombastic kind of setting. And we had asked Kristine if she wanted to join, because we wanted, instead of keeping it lo-fi, we wanted to add a more synthesizer aspect to it. So 2 years later, we asked Kristine if she wanted to be on board.
And I did. We've taken in new members, and some people have left, and we're a very dynamic band.
I would say so, yeah.
But
We have a sextet now that is the band.
Pretty
now,
steady.
But it was a bit in and out in the beginning.
But I think that the songwriting process sort of changes with that, you know. New people coming in.
New people coming in, but the general
contributing
idea of
new
it
ideas.
is still the same.
Yeah, well, yeah.
But one has an idea, present it to the others, and we just add on top of that to kind of, and from there create a song and let the song kind of evolve on its own.
We're not that kind of a band that goes into like the rehearsing room and start jamming and like work on the music in that way.
Takes way too long.
It takes way too long. We're much better at like sitting in front of a computer, recording like an idea and then adding on to that idea. So it's actually, we record every idea right away and layer it all up, and at some point we
weed out the layers and we end up with a song. There's always a certain like inspiration that kind of, you know, has us at in the moment whenever we're recording. We did the last couple albums we did was very much based on like synthesizers, and we wanted to tone that down a bit and focus on a more acoustic aspect of it. Like Kristine said, we didn't have any like preconceived ideas or anything. We just wanted to tone the synthesizers down a bit.
And whereas the two first albums were very much made under a certain set of dogmas, the first one, Misery Loves Company, I wasn't a part of it, but you guys were only recording in the dark under the influence of alcohol?
Yeah, we had a few.
Second album was made in Brooklyn with...
Only using what we had at the loft Sune and I was staying in. That was the idea back then, but now the ideas flow more freely, and there's definitely room to try out different stuff now.
So in that way, the process of making music has evolved a lot.
We work with a lot of video artists that kind of come to us with a concept and an idea for a certain song, and if we like the concept or the idea, we kind of give them carte blanche to do whatever they want to do, because I mean we make music, we don't make videos, so, but it's important to have a great video with the song, but it's up to the artist in our view, because they know their media the best as we hopefully know are the best. So, but it's important to work with people that we trust.
Sune, our bass player, he takes pictures.
Old school.
Old school with
Film.
like an analog camera. I think that's a part of our like visual.
There's a certain film noir to what he does in his like images, what he does whenever he shoots pictures.
At least it's a way for us to communicate who we are and how we feel about our music, and like our Facebook page is like plastered with all these amazing pictures from our tours from the studio, and I think it gives people like a very unique insight
yeah.
to who we are and how we do things. And
I would agree.
so I think we're a pretty visual band.
I agree.
Yeah, I love the cover photo you have on your Facebook.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
with the wine.
Yeah.
That was funny. Yeah, that was a fun day in Austin.
I think that's actually a very great example, because that was a photographer at South by Southwest last year. And when we got to this shooting place, there was a lot of other bands, and most of them were just having their picture taken, like two
Having a
guys with a guitar or whatever. But we had bought white dresses for me and Thorben,
Because we sing.
and then wife beaters and briefs for the guys, and a shitload of red wine.
Have the rest of the band spit on us with wine. We've been touring really a lot the last couple of years, and we had some rough demos at South by Southwest, and then we decided that we needed to do a full album within a year. That was tough getting to get to record while doing so much touring, but it's always fun, and we make time for it, but
And
it has been
luckily,
tough.
we're very productive.
We are, true that, very true.
But-
But that's been the biggest obstacle, I would say.
Yeah. I think there's another aspect that is worth taking in, and that's money.
Yeah.
Because like money and time, we spend a lot of time on this project, and it's because like this is what we like to do.
Mm-hmm.
But it is very difficult to earn money on playing music.
It is.
So it's always a balance of like, because all of us have to earn money on regular day jobs at home. So it's always a balance to like, we want to spend all our time doing this, but we can't because we don't really earn money on this.
Obviously, we couldn't travel with the gear that we have back home, but we have the same setup as we do when we play in Europe, obviously. But when we play live, we try to tone the music down a little bit so it fits just within the 6-piece, so we don't use backtracks and stuff like that, because we like to keep it organic and play it like full on instead. But we had to buy new guitar amps when coming here, because that was actually cheaper than to have our amps shipped from home. So there we go with the money again. Yeah, that's true. No, we're actually going to keep it here because hopefully
We're
we'll be
coming
back. So we'll have it for next time.
The States are in many ways far more extreme. Like we come from this tiny little country in Europe that is
Not extreme at all.
not extreme at all.
It's very cuddly and very cozy and not dangerous at all.
I think that like Denmark has a very free, like very relaxed attitude to
Very liberal towards many
very
things.
liberal towards many things. We always forget our IDs in the van because we're not used to showing that when we have to buy alcohol.
Can I see your ID real quick? Oh, damn.
We played in Grand Rapids, and
Yeah.
exactly.
That was amazing.
And it was actually amazing.
was,
Like
like,
we
great.
heard that was a very religious. Like in Denmark, we're not really religious at all. But we heard that Grand Rapids was very religious, and we came to this brewery where we were supposed to play, and I think all of us were quite skeptic about it. But it just turned out to be an amazing night. People were so happy, and like the people working there and the people, like the audience, they were so friendly. And
There was a guy who was like under 21, so he wasn't allowed to stay after 9. But Kristine, she went up and said, "Is there a manager here? Listen, we traveled all the way from Denmark, and this guy, he's our biggest fan. Can you please stay?" And she got him to stay. That was pretty cool.
that was pretty cool. Like I actually didn't think that would happen in the
Me
American
either, not in a
society.
million years,
I
but-
thought it was very strict.
Yeah.
But he was like, okay,
All right.
we'll do it. Okay, you can stay.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
As of now, we are playing with our collective in Copenhagen. We have a collective called Copenhagen Collaborations, and we're playing a show in Roskilde Festival in Denmark, and then we're playing another German festival called Haldan Pop.
We're
And-
only doing the European festivals,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
no US. But
How many times have you guys been to Roskilde?
I went to Roskilde the first time in '94, and I only skipped 2001.
I'm a little bit younger, so I've been there since 2002, and I haven't skipped a year since.
So does like everybody in Denmark go there?
People that love music the way that we do and listen to the same kind of music that we do. It's a somewhat of an alternative festival. There are a lot of festivals in Denmark that has a bit more like a top 40 segment to it, but this is like really for people who want to dive into new stuff and explore. And
Copenhagen always seems very empty whenever Roskilde is going on.
and Roskilde City is very full.
Yeah.
Whiskey has been on the menu as of late, but
changes,
changes up.
actually.
It changes up. It's been whiskey a lot. Now it's bourbon, and now dry for some of us in the band. I don't know about you. You
Well,
kind
I really like beers, but
yeah.
Excellent beer here, you know.
yeah, you do.
Everybody says that. Every city we come to, everybody's like, we have excellent
No,
beer.
but we're known for it.
Yeah, but everybody says that too.
We're Northwest.
yeah, but I believe you.
We take you to a brewery.
Okay,
All
well,
right,
we
fair
haven't been disappointed so far.
We've really been looking forward to getting to Portland. Not that the rest of the tour has been a waste, but we've just heard a lot of good stuff about you guys. So, thank you.
Thanks for having us. Step right up and touch me. I won't mind the slightest bit. Touch you right and pretty soon you'll treat me like a god.
Personally, I have a big dream of traveling to Asia, traveling to Japan. We have a Japanese label that has released 3 albums now.
But they haven't emailed us back in quite a while, so we don't know whether or not they're still there.
But sometimes they get back to us and they're just like, yeah, it's-
Completely randomly. So we still like it. All right, excellent.
Oh, great. But I hope that would
we would
be in
love
the cards
to.
for
That would
us
be
at
amazing.
some point.
I would love to go to Japan as well.